accepting who I am right now is the biggest project of my life, I think, because it has shown me the things that I never thought I would need to learn about myself. I've always thought I've always been me. I've lived in this body my whole life. You can't tell me anything about me, but yes, you could. I've learned so much about survival, about the world that I live in, the people that we live in, the things that goes on. I used to know everything about what's happening in politics and what's happening in our finances, what's happening, internationally in the industry that I worked in. The only thing I didn't know was what was happening here. I wasn't lost as far as what's happening in the world. I can catch up on world affairs anytime I switch on a TV or switch on, my phone. But I didn't know anything about what was happening here. It took me a long time um, to reconcile who I am and who I used to be, and my history. And when I say history, I mean my achievements, my disappointments, my failures, my um, my dreams that I'm still hoping that I will get to live out, to reconcile all of those parts of me and say all of them makes me who I am. There isn't a part of me that I don't like. There isn't a part of me that was not important. There isn't a part of me that is for naught. Everything that I've ever experienced, everything that I'm experiencing right now, and everything that I will ever experience, I'm already grateful for everything because I know that life is all encompassing. There's no such a thing as only the good things are the ones that we're supposed to have, and the bad things are just the devil, and we're not supposed to have those. But I must say, I'm grateful for the life that I have right now. It's not perfect, and in its imperfection, I see the beauty that I've never seen before, and I get to appreciate the things that I've never seen before. And most of all, these are not the things that I could possibly say that I couldn't have scripted my life this way even if I wanted to. I couldn't have scripted my life this way, honestly. It took me a long time to appreciate it and to understand that this is the peace I've always wanted. Every job I quit, I was looking for this peace. Every place that I felt I didn't fit in, I longed and I yearned for this peace. What I didn't know was that this peace was going to cost me everything I had. And if somebody told me that for me to be able to experience the things that I actually prayed for, the things that I asked God to do, to send them my way because I just needed them. If somebody would have told me, it would cost you to let go of everything that you identify as yourself. It will cost you to leave the identity that you thought was you, the jobs you had, the things you had, and the access you had. The bank account will look very different, more like empty. But in the place of them, you will have this thing that you can't even explain. There's no measure I can put into how much peace and joy I have right now. For the past 7 years, I've lived in this beautiful, just utterly breath just breathtaking beauty of peace and calm. But the only time I could realize that this was peace and joy that I've always wanted was when I could look at it and it could really reflect how I felt about myself inside. I don't know. It's like I look at these beautiful trees and look at this beautiful place and I think it's because I feel this peaceful. I feel this centered. I feel this grounded that I'm able to recognize what I'm looking at. Before I used to look at this thing and think, what the hell is this? Somebody get me out of here. And today I'm like, somebody get me outside of the house. I want to go outside. I come here whether it's raining, snowing, blowing wind, dusty, hot, cold. I don't care. I'm out here every day. And I'm so grateful that I finally saw this. So, so, so grateful I'm finally found this. Today is Thursday. I don't know if I'll post this, but if I do, I hope it helps somebody who finds themselves in a place that they didn't think they would ever find themselves in. Someone who finds themselves in a place that doesn't look like anything they've ever dreamed of, anything they could ever imagine in their wildest imagination. I hope that person knows that the thing that we call life is the wisdom that is beyond anything and anyone. Things that we know and the things we don't know yet, and the things we have known for millennia. Most of the time, we say that we trust the timing of life and we trust the timing of this thing we call God. But we we only say that because we're hoping that the timing will be perfect even in our lives. Most of the best things that happens to our lives and in our lives, they show up when we are unprepared. They show up when we honestly we think, why are things going left? We show When they show up, we're thinking, this is a disruption of my flow. I'm perfectly well. What is this thing doing here? And we try our absolute best to shoosh it away. We want the status quo to remain. We want our life to be just the way that we planned it. We don't want anything else out. But outside of it,